So Gino and I are going to cover two different deals. We're going to walk through the deal analyzer, and then we're just going to go around and play with the software a little bit to get everyone comfortable with it, and then we'll open it up to some Q&A. So Gino, you ready to go?
I am. Just one note, we've upgraded the software because the first one that we launched, it wasn't allowing us to save all these documents. So what we did is we made it into an Excel. So after you do your deal analyzer, you can start saving these individual deals. The same thing with the other 5 calculators. In the next call, I want to dive into the other calculators because those are just as crucial as far as calculating your net worth, doing the apartment after repair reviews on an apartment, doing the schedule of real estate owned. Those are all really important. So I want to go and do those the next call, but I want to focus on the deal analyzer. And we're not just going to go strictly numbers, although this is really important to how to underwrite a deal, because you can look at 2 deals, but I want to get a little bit into what unit mixes are. I want to get into a little bit of what C properties are, D properties are, and dive into the numbers and go a little bit deeper than just what the numbers present.
Yeah, and we're also going to touch on a few important things. We're going to show you how to break this down very specifically in terms of taxes, insurance, and everything. But we're also going to show you how to look at a deal within about 30 seconds. So you can use this really quick and analyze a lot of deals just to see if you're even interested or not. And if you're more interested, we'll go in and we'll start chunking it down even further. So this is a deal that's about a mile from one of the complexes that we currently own. Typically, we're looking for things about 150 units right now, just because the economies of scale, it's easier to manage. But this is right down the road from something we currently own. It would fall, into the portfolio very nicely. It wouldn't be much of an issue for our maintenance guys managing it. So we thought, okay, let's take a look at it. We're going back and forth on it right now. We're going to start here with the price information. You see, you have a asking price. The asking price on this is $1,250,000. You see the offer price, we came at $1,050,000, and then the strike price. You can name the property when you're actually in the software, but since we're working through this isn't a real deal right now, we're kind of leaving that in the dark. We don't want to throw this one out there, everybody. But it's 32 units. You see, we're pretty comfortable if we purchase it at $1,150,000, and that breaks it down to just about $36,000 per door. These are 2-bedroom units. I think it was built in the mid-'80s, brick. The roof's about 4 years old, so it's in pretty good shape. And we're going to cover a few other things. Gino and I are working on a little project right now. We call it our deal evaluator. We're going to show you exactly what we look for in terms of when we're buying, the management, the repositioning features, and then also the financing component. We're going to get into that in a minute over here. Gino, anything before we move on?
Well, Jake, I just want to talk about that offer price and the strike price. Just go down one second. You see the strike price? The strike price, you really have to have 10% within where the asking price is. So if you want to start out and we know we can't go above $1,150,000 on this deal. So that is our strike price. That's the ultimate price. I can give you a tip, guys. Don't let anybody but your mom and your partner know what that strike price is. Never let a broker know, because guess what number you're going to fall at? He's going to work to get the strike price. So never tell anybody what the strike price is.
Yeah, keep that very close. Yeah, that's very good information.
Don't tell your broker, don't tell their broker. Just keep that at heart. And you really want to we talk about buy right, and I'm always going to tell people this. One of my biggest mistakes in real estate is I never bought right when I first started out. I was not diligent enough, and it is a numbers game. Sometimes you get a feeling you might go a little bit above. Try to be diligent with that strike price. Try not to go above and supersede that strike price. It's very important, because once you start being a little sloppy, and this is what's happened now, people are starting to chase deals, so they're not being really diligent with that strike price. If you start buying wrong, that's where you make mistakes. Because with this market, and when this market turns, you're going to have a problem because you didn't buy it right. We're trying to limit our downside risk, so we're really trying to hit that 1150. Now, if we have to go to 1160, not the end of the world. But if we're going to say to ourselves, let's go to 1112, that's not buying it right in our instance, and we're buying this on actual numbers. And just for argument's sake, we know that deals in this market where we're buying this property, they're going right now, believe it or not, in the mid-40s. So we're buying this at a really good number. And you might be asking yourself, how are we getting this deal? Well, we did a deal with this broker about 8 months ago. We bought 156 units from him. He knows we have credibility. It's an off-market deal. It's not even on the market yet. So he knows that we can close on this deal. That's the important thing. And, we came up, you guys might say, well, how is it $10,000 per door less? Well, we're going to go through the numbers, and you're going to see that these guys are leaving a lot of money on the table. That's the problem with them. and these are our expenses that we're plugging in there. They're running the property inefficiently. They're typical mom and pop owners who just don't want the property anymore. They've got maybe 150 units scattered about. I did a Facebook Live on there, and when I was going through the Facebook Live, there was a lot of deferred maintenance on the property. They had a jungle gym over there that's completely disappeared. There's a garbage can, big dumpsters with garbage all over the place. It was in actually pretty good shape as far as outside, not needing
Easy stuff.
or anything.
Easy stuff to fix up.
Yeah, but it was just hard on the eye. When you're a tenant and you're driving into a property, you get that first feeling. Impressions are so important. First impressions.